For chapter 3 or lesson 3 of chapter 4, it talks about inserting a background image and performing some site maintenance. First of all, to add a image as your background should be done with caution, and we'll see in a couple examples here of why. If I go under modify page properties, brings up a window where I can put an image for my background. Now they have us go into our assets of the chapter 4 and first add the umbrella background and hit OK, and it puts an umbrella tiled across the background. Now kind of personal preference, but to me it's difficult to read the text and it really takes away from the web page, and it's almost a little overdone. So they have us look at another image, which is the stripe background, and we'll apply that, and that's not as bad, but again it is still kind of difficult to read the text, and it adds a little bit of craziness to the web page. If your heart is just absolutely set on having a background image, something I do is I have a program called EarthenView, which is free to download, and we'll have that as an alternative or a supplemental project. But if I open the image, I'll just do the stripes. If I open the stripes, I can actually make the image a little bit washed out. So I'm doing is changing the brightness and really increasing the brightness, maybe even want to mess with the contrast a little bit. So it still maintains the idea that you know it's there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it as, I'll save it in the data files, which is in my G drive, chapter 4. I'm going to save this as stripes 2. I don't want to ruin the original in case I want to use the original for something else. Now, when I go back to modify page properties, I'm going to use stripes 2, which I didn't save in the assets, I just saved it out here, which is okay. And now it's a little more subtle. It's still there, but it's a little easier to read the text. And what I want to note now is that in the assets panel of our site, if I refresh this, all of those images, the stripes back will appear there. Page property, if I use the original stripes, this will appear there. So the files now, as you can see, there are numerous files in our assets. They want us actually just to demonstrate how to put an image for a background. To get rid of the image, go back to the page properties and actually delete that background image. There's some neat things you can do with cascading style sheets we'll get into in later chapters as far as images for backgrounds. But what they want us to do now is demonstrate that over here in your files of your website, you can actually, if you have files you don't need, it's a good idea to get rid of them. So I don't want to use that stripes background image, so I'm going to click on it and hit my delete key and hit yes. Stripes 2, I don't want to use that, so I'm going to delete it. And the other one was the umbrella background. I'm going to delete that. Now, from previous projects, notice I have two boardwalk images, JPG and PNG. I'm going to actually delete the PNG because I don't need it, because I renamed it and resaved it as a JPG. So that's kind of a nice way to save some space and things along that line. They have us just demonstrate one other item. Under the assets panel, if you click on the second item down, which is the color button, it shows you colors, and some of these are noted as web safe and some of them are non-web safe. So be aware of that. It's kind of interesting that it will show you those aspects under the assets panel. These are colors that are used on the page or on the site, sorry, in the various pages, and which ones are web safe and which ones are not.